Well, me and Stacy just got home a little while ago from our trip down to Tifton and Moultrie. Yeah, I went to meet a friend that I ain't seen in over 20 years, her and her son, and we went to a concert in Tifton. Went to see a band called Home Free. And I'll tell you what, I have really enjoyed myself at that concert and seeing an old friend, boy, just put a smile on my face. And the music was good. And Stacy's sister picked her up and carried her on down to her house in Moultrie. And then after the concert was over, I drove on down to Moultrie and spent the night with Stacy and her sister and her husband. And we got up this morning and man, we had an awesome conversation and talked and laughed. And Stacy and her sister were digging through some old memories and all, and it was good. It was just a good time. We really had I couldn't picture us having a better time. But when I first got there, I had got in contact with Bill Blasco, and he told me how to get to where he works at. So I had some time to kill before Kim and her son got there. So I drove to where he works at, and time I pulled up, his girlfriend come out. She said, "Go on, pull around back, Skip." And so I pulled around back, and they helped me get out and get my old doggone chair, and I rolled in there. And I'm gonna tell you what, they act like we all act like we knowed each other for 20 years or so. I mean, we talked and laughed. Man, you talking about having a good time. Good people. Yes, sir. There are some good people in this world, and I met two of them yesterday. We had a good time. We sat there and talked while he was doing his butchering and all, and we had a good time. We really did. But on our way back, when we left this morning, I guess we left out about 10 o'clock this morning. Um, we stopped off in Macon at Rose Hill Cemetery where Gregg Allman, Dwayne Allman, Barry Oakley, and Butch Trucks from the Allman Brothers are buried. And we stopped there. I wanted to get some video for y'all of their graves and of Elizabeth Reed's grave and little Martha too. One was a child, I think she was 12 years old when she died, and Elizabeth Reed, she was a woman. But they didn't know these women. They were born in the 1800s. But Elizabeth Reed's grave, they used to go there and get high, sit around her grave and get high and write songs. And I think it was Dickie Betts that wrote the song in memory of Elizabeth Reed and named it after her. And then little Martha, she, like I said, she's a 12-year-old girl. I got video I'm going to show all y'all. But I wanted to get that for y'all. But when I was doing the recording for Butch Trucks, Gregg Allman, Dwayne Allman, and Barry Oakley's graves, my video camera cut off. I got a video of Barry Oakley and Dwayne Allman, and when I was easing down to get a video of Gregg's grave and Butch's grave, my camera went off, and I didn't check it and verify I had everything before I left. But when we left from there, we drove up. Man, you talking about some narrow little drives through there? It was rough. And I tell you what, if it wouldn't have been for Stacy, y'all wouldn't have got no video because she had to get me out that van and load me up in that wheelchair. And you gonna see on the video, this ain't no flat ground. The name of the cemetery is Rose Hill, and they named it that for a reason. But anyhow, I got some good video for y'all, and I hope y'all enjoy it. And I had a great time. I really did. I wasn't in the chat for the premiere Friday night, but let me show you this real quick. Can you see it? You can't really. You can see just part of it. When I got home this afternoon or this evening, there was a box from Sweetwater. I ordered a boom, and if it wouldn't have been for y'all now, y'all supporting, helping me, I wouldn't have be able to have the money to get this. But I got my boom now, and I'm waiting on my microphone and my headphones to come in. And I think Tuesday, my mixing board where I can mix and do all that good stuff, like I'm a professional mixer. A record mixer, a record scratcher. No, ain't gonna be none of that. But and it's set up where I can take phone calls. All that'll be in Tuesday. So I'm hoping by Tuesday or Wednesday I'll have everything, and I'm gonna play with it for a couple of weeks and get familiarized with it real good. And we're gonna start taking them phone calls, and we're gonna start live streaming. We're gonna do it. Yes, we are. And if it wasn't for you chicken boners helping me with the donations that y'all been donating to me to get all this, ain't no way in the world we would still be doing. It wouldn't happen. It just wouldn't happen. So I thank every one of y'all, and I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And I'll see y'all Monday night. Pop, pop, pop. All right, we're at Rose Hill Cemetery in Macon, Georgia. I was gonna ride by and show you some stuff. I was gonna show you Gregg Allman, Dwayne Allman, and Barry Oakley's grave, and where they wrote some of the songs at, and where they got some of the inspiration at. Here, what's that? Let's see here. Let me try not to hit nothing. Alright. Let me stop it and I'll start it right back. Alright. They changed it around a lot since I've been here. But this is where you can see here on the right, that's Barry Oakley. He was the bass player for the Allman Brothers. And if you look at the headstone, it says, "And the road goes on forever." Well, you know, that comes from one of the songs, that comes from Midnight Rider. And the road goes on forever. Yep, that was the bass player. And then right next to him, I'm having to look, they got a fence up here now. You can see there's, well, let me kind of line up and getting close with it. Hold on. Here, station. Alright. We're above the four graves now. Butch Trucks, Gregg Allman, Dwayne Allman, and Barry Oakley. Well, you can see like an overhead view. I ain't got one of them flying planes where I can take stuff overhead, so we had to drive on this little narrow road. And this is a narrow pathway through this cemetery, and it is a humongous cemetery. Go out and show them all the graves. Just wave it right around, Stacy. There you go. And Stacy's had to get me in and out of this van and get the wheelchair out and roll me around. Y'all see, this ain't no flat ground. This is nothing but hills. The name of it is Rose Hill Cemetery, so that should tell you something. So if y'all enjoyed this video, y'all let Stacy know how much you appreciate it, because I appreciate it, because if it wouldn't have been for it, I wouldn't have been able to get out here and do this. You see, hit them people over there, Stacy. You can see people coming by and looking at the grave. It's one of the most popular things here in the cemetery. But there's a lot of old history in this cemetery, and people love to come here and walk around. And I just wanted to share a little bit with y'all. Alright, now y'all like this video, y'all let Stacy know in the comments, alright? Alright, here, boo-boo. Alright, we here at Elizabeth Reed's grave. You can see it's Elizabeth Jones Reed, wife of, what is it, Briggs H. Napier, which is buried right here. And this, she was born in 1845, died in 1935. Well, the Allman Brothers didn't know this woman, didn't know anything about her, I take it. But you can see there's a brick wall all the way around it. And they used to come down here and sit and get stoned and write songs. And I think it was Dickie Betts that wrote this one, but they titled it "In Memory of Elizabeth Reed." It's an instrumental, and it's an awesome song. It really is. Y'all should check it out. But that's where they got the inspiration for one of their songs at, "In Memory of Elizabeth Reed." All right, let me tell you, I used to come here before I had that stroke. I've been at this cemetery so many times, and I knew where everything was. I knew it like my back hand. But since I had that stroke, my memory ain't that good. And there's a lot of people out here in the cemetery today. And we stopped by and we asked this guy if he knew anything about some of the memorabilia or some of the stuff about the Allman Brothers out here. And he said a little bit. And I asked him about where little Martha was. And we stood there and we talked for a few minutes and had the best conversation. I'm going to tell you what, ain't nothing like the South. But anyhow, he pointed to this little girl, said, I bet that's her right there. And sure enough, this is little Martha. Let me swell it up a little bit. You can see, Stacy, go look in her hand. You see she's got her hand out. And see if there's anything in her hand. Reach in there. Reach in her hand. She don't know if you're stepping on her.
She's got a bracelet.
Is there anything in her hand?
Uh-uh.
Okay. There's usually, we'd come here and there'd be guitar picks and stuff in her hand. But Stacy said, and y'all can see it, there's a little bracelet around her, around the hand. But let's see, here's the headstone. It says, Martha Ellis, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Theo W. Ellis. Departed this life January 18th, 1836. Is that 36 or 86 or 96? Hell, I can't tell. Age 12 years and 11 months.
1896.
1896, okay. And then it says right here, it says, our baby. All right, now the Allman brothers didn't know this woman. They didn't live in the same lifetime. But one of the best instrumentals you'll ever hear is called Little Martha. And I might see if I can figure out how to put the song to it at the end of this video. But yep. Me and old buddy of mine, we used to come here a lot. We'd come over to Macon and party or whatever, just back before we sung in the choir. And we'd come over here to the cemetery, and we'd always look at little Martha's hand, and there was a guitar pick or something in there. But this is, this is one, to me, one of their best songs, Little Martha. And they didn't know the girl, just like they didn't know Elizabeth Reed, but they wrote two of the best songs they ever come up with about two people in this cemetery. So I just wanted to share it with you. It took us a hot minute to find it, and if it wouldn't have been for that nice guy helping us out, we wouldn't have been able to find it now. But I think this is going to be the end of the video. So there's a couple more places, but there ain't no way in the world I can get to them. And I wouldn't dare try to make Stacy get me out and carry me over there to them, because like I said, this is Rose Hill Cemetery. Y'all see the hills? Yep. I was going to show y'all the place where they took one of the album covers at. But I might try to find the actual album cover and include that in the video. But I hope y'all enjoyed this little tour of Rose Hill Cemetery in Macon, Georgia, and a little history about the Allman brothers. Alright, if y'all like it, let me know in the comments, and I'll bring you some more content about some history over here in Macon. There's a lot of rock and roll history over here, and if y'all interested in it, I'll be glad to show it to you. Alright? Alright. Pop, pop, pop.